No, I'm a publisher of these particular works. We get the rights from the estate for each image. The daughter is the executor of the estate, so
And who's the daughter?
Kizet de Olympica. Yeah, Baroness Kizet de Olympica. She's the daughter of the artist.
And what made you decide to make this business decision many years ago when you decided to go in this direction and be publishing these prints?
I was working with a publishing house, and the representative of the estate approached us. He came there with the Olympica book, and he said to me, I've been around this entire convention center, no one knows who this artist is. And I said, I just saw her exhibition at Petit Palais in Geneva. Of course I know who this is. And I said, well, what are you looking to do with it? And he said he was looking to have it published. So I introduced him to my partner, and we negotiated a deal with the estate. And we acquired the rights with the publisher then, which was 1991, called Zen Art Publishing. And they went public, and in exchange for monetary and such that was owed to me for working for them, I negotiated with the estate and Zen Art to buy the publishing rights.
So I was wondering about the printing process. So
The printing
is this
process
lithography
itself,
or what is this called?
No, the printing process itself is a dying art. It's each piece is done by hand. It's a slew of artisans that do different parts of this. Each color is separated by hand. Each color is applied by hand. It takes about, it's not a giglet or giglet. It's not a lithograph. It's a serography process.
It's a serography. We're by the airport, and I think a plane is going overhead right when we're trying to get that word. Could you spell that word, serography?
It's SERAGRPHY. I know I think.
Okay, so this would be a serograph. Is that the right?
Serograph, yes.
Okay, so this would be a serograph, silk screening.
Yes.
And so when they do this, how many colors do they? With let's say this one, for example.
It varies. The norm is about 12 to 15 colors. This has over 100 colors.
You mean it was sent through
Each
100 times?
Yes, over 100 times.
Oh, sheesh. How long does it take to do a completed print like that?
It takes about 6 months because it takes a while for the each layer to be to dry. So it takes about a day and a half for each layer to dry. So it's a long, it's a very tedious process. People don't do it anymore.
So after they've done so many of these things, if they make a mistake, is the whole thing destroyed and they have to start all over again? Because I assume when they're doing this stuff that each one is not necessarily exactly the way they want it, and there's a certain amount of mistakes where the ink isn't applied exactly the way they want it applied, or...
Well, that's why you go and check the process each time you do a proof. You do a proof, the first 5 colors, then the 10 colors, and 15 colors, and 30 colors, and so on. And that's one of the reasons why some of these have more colors than most serography processes do, because we wanted to get it as close to the original as possible. In order to do that, it just took that many layers to do so. But yeah, if the entire edition is ruined, then it's ruined, and then you have to renegotiate the rights to reproduce one. But yeah, you'd have to destroy it. Fortunately, with the exception of one piece, we've been very lucky because we use an incredible printer that has won awards in Germany and all over the world.
Who's that?
Her name is Herta from Colibri Art Studios. Yeah, she's incredible. She's no longer actually doing this work because, again, it's a dying art, and it's not really a profitable process for even printers, much less artists, because you have to pay in advance. You get the inventory, so you have to store. Where in today's technology you do a giglet, where you just put a disc every time there's an order, and you don't have to worry about inventorying it and storing the art.
Wow,
so
that's amazing. So I'm continuing this interview, and she tells me that you believe that this artist is the Picasso of female artists. Is that right?
Yes.
Now, why would you say that? Because that's an extraordinary statement that we will use in our headline.
Because she's very prolific and she's very versatile. She's done abstract, she's done cubism, she's done every style imaginable she's done and she's perfected. And she's also known as the first artist to put a face in the Cubism style, which she softened what Picasso created. So she's a very original artist in addition to that. And the fact that she's the first artist to make millions of dollars while she was still alive, and even Picasso can't say that, is really something.
Well, was Picasso much of a businessman? I know he was a prolific artist, but did he have a head for business?
He did. He was a very smart businessman. But I think Lempicka was that much smarter. And the fact that she painted aristocrats and kings and queens, and they commissioned her to do these works for a very high price. In those days, hundreds of thousands was a lot of money.
Well, it's still some money today.
It's still some money today.
Yes.
Yes, but now they're worth millions of dollars. Like, for instance, here there's an article in Wall Street Journal from last week that she was quoted as being, or she was named as one of the artists in the $1 Million Club.
She was one of the artists in the $1 Million Club.
Right.
What does the $1 Million Club mean?
It's all of the most important female artists of 21st century.
And do they ranking? Does it where she is?
She's right here.
But
$8.5 million for her last piece.
$8.5 million.
Yes.
So it's an artist who, one of their works gets more than $1 million.
Oh,
you're part of the $1 Million Club.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And it's not just a one-time sale. She's been doing it over and over through Christie's, Sotheby's. You know, you really can't touch her original oils from a certain period less than $5 million. So when people come and see the serigraphs and they go, oh, why is that $5,000? I go, okay, well, you have $5 million. I can get you that.
The next step up
this
is...
is as close to an original as you're going to get. It's not even 1% of an original. So, yeah.
Wow. And you're going to show me this. You show me her catalog with some of her other items in there.
This is called Catalogue Raisonné. It's by Alain Blondel, who discovered her in the 70s, and he did a book. It's still not a full body of her work. He's going to be doing another edition. Which one in particular do you like the best? I love this one. It's my favorite one.
This is your favorite one. Now, what can you tell me about this one?
It's one of Lempicka's.
It looks so different than the others. The others have a lot more gradation. I mean, look at all the planes. That has a lot more shades.
Yeah, but
this only has a few shades.
And I like the whimsicalness of it. I like the way the body contouring it is. And it's very mysterious. She's kind of a tease, like, you know, okay, you can see me, but I don't want to see you, kind of thing.
Oh,
you know?
You can see me, but I don't want to see you.
Kind of
well, that's a very interesting
thing. I love her chemise, the way it just rolls into this beautiful curves.
Now, is there a specific name for this one?
Yeah, it's called Das Modell in German and Le Model in French. Das Modell.
Das Modell.
Model,
what is that? Oh, the model. Oh, there. There's right there.
Yeah.
And young lady, in hard cold cash, what would it take to get this from your hot but gorgeous little hands?
$3,600.
$3,600. They can have this. Okay.
And just for the show, I'm including the frame, which is alone $1,200.
Well, you usually never give the frame out for free, but this is amazing. Yeah. So let me ask you about this one. This is like the typical classic. This is the classic one.
This is a self-portrait, and the story behind this: she was commissioned to paint this image, and they loved the way she looked. But she was driving a yellow Renault in Paris. She was in Paris, not in Paris, in south of France, near Monaco. And they said to her, we would like for you to do a self-portrait. So she came out with this one. They said, I don't understand, you're driving Renault. Why are you in the green Bugatti? She goes, well, because in a few years I'm going to be in a green Bugatti. This is how I visualize myself. Just because right now I'm driving Renault.
I mean, anyone can drive a Renault, but a Bugatti is
So years later, she actually ended up driving a Bugatti.
Was it a green Bugatti as we have here?
It was a red Bugatti,